In this video, we're talking about the truths about dropshipping, my experience, what it is not, and what I would have done differently had I gave it another shot at it. Now, full disclosure, I did not put this into practice for very long. It was a fun hobby during the pandemic when everything was kind of shut down and I didn't really have anything else to do. And if you're looking at dropshipping as a get-rich-quick scheme, I'll tell you right now, don't do it. It's a legitimate business that takes a lot of time, a lot of investment, and you're going to be very disappointed if you're expecting quick results. So what is dropshipping? Dropshipping is basically the process where your customer can enter an online website that you've created to purchase a product. From there, you take that purchase order and reach out to a third-party supplier or manufacturer to get them to package and ship the product directly to your customer. Now, the dropshipper is basically responsible for three main things, and that's marketing and branding, customer service, and then in between is optimizing the buying experience so that customers can easily access your products and make purchases. Now, if we take a look at this as a whole though, it's very difficult because you first have to find products that people will actually want to buy and then entice those people to buy that specific product from you, which is probably the majority of the expense from this dropshipping business. You know, if you look at Amazon, they basically have millions and billions of users at this point where they can just put up a product, and if people are searching for it, they'll be able to find it on there and receive it in the next couple days. With dropshipping, it's a little challenging because you are responsible for driving traction to your website. So the way people do that is basically Facebook advertisements or Instagram advertisements, which you can pay for, test frequently, and bring traffic to your platform or specific products on your platform. Or you can reach out to influencers on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, or wherever else, maybe pay them or work out a deal where they make a commission on whatever you sell. I've also included the advertisement that I made just so that you guys can see what it looked like. And then if you have any comments on it, go ahead and drop those down below. And then when orders start coming through, it's challenging because you have to make sure that those customers are happy. So you'll probably deal with returns, issues with the product not being what people expected, and shipping delays, because when you're drop shipping, most of the time the products are coming from another warehouse that's potentially overseas, and it could take 3 weeks to a month to actually arrive. And this is the challenge that I faced during the pandemic because everything was shut down. Nothing was leaving the country, and it was very difficult to get products to the customers that were actually purchasing from me. And the glue that holds both the marketing and the customer service together is an optimized buying platform that allows people to land on the page, understand what it is that you're selling, figure out how to make the purchase, and execute on the purchase. So if you can successfully run those three different parts of the dropshipping business, you might be able to get to a successful store. Now, let's say you're doing $10,000 in sales every month. That's a respectable amount of sales per month. And when you drill down into the actual numbers behind it, you need 100 customers making a $100 purchase each month to get that $10,000 in sales every single month. Now, furthermore, if you take your $10,000 in sales and you drill down even further and go, okay, cost of products, cost of advertising, cost of shipping, and expenses to float the business through apps or whatever fees you have associated with it, your profit left over at the end of the day is between 15 and 20% on a good store. Not to mention that you have to probably take a portion of that and reinvest that into the business to continue to make it grow. So it's easy to see how these get-rich-quick schemes become very unrealistic by the second. And when you take a look at all these fake gurus that are out there, you have these kids buying Lamborghinis and Ferraris and mansions and all that, when in reality what they're probably doing is going and renting a Lamborghini for an hour or two, filming what they need to film in front of a house that they probably don't own, just so that they can sell you a course that's $997. In my opinion, save your money, go look on YouTube. There's a lot of people who have this information out there for free. Now, I don't have any problems with courses, but I do have a problem with somebody trying to sell you a dream that isn't necessarily reality. If this is something that you're still looking to get into, I'm going to dive into my opinion portion of it, my perspective, and things that I think you should consider. Now, first, this is a challenging business model to hold. It's very expensive in the beginning, and anybody that says that you can do this with no money is probably the exception and not the rule. And if you are selling a specific product, my recommendation to you is to purchase the product before you start selling it so you can actually see whether or not it's any good quality, test the customer service, and the shipping times. Both of those three things will either make or break your business. When you're searching for suppliers, make sure you find suppliers that are highly rated and offer blind dropshipping options. This will allow you to sell the product completely void of any packaging that is branded. So they know it's coming, or they think it's coming from your store as opposed to somewhere else. Now, some people have a problem with this. I personally don't, because when you go to your local Walmart or your Target and you purchase a generic spatula for cooking, the spatula doesn't really matter what brand is on there, as long as it does the job that you said it was going to do. Now, some people suggest drop shipping is the way to go all the time, but in my opinion, if you find a product that does very well and it becomes successful, then you may want to consider buying that product in quantity and then storing it in what's called a virtual warehouse, which will decrease your cost of goods, your shipping times, and your shipping costs. So if you approach this business from a customer-centric focus and trying to improve their experience, I think you can probably only win from there. You need to be extremely cautious of any copyrighted, patented, or branded products, because those can get you into legal trouble. When you're creating your ads, make them snappy and fun, but also make sure that you're testing them frequently so that you can get as much feedback and data from Facebook if you're using Facebook ads, because that feedback and data will allow you to target your potential customers more easily as time goes on. There's often a debate between general stores and niche stores. So general stores being like your Targets and your Walmarts, and then niche stores being like a pet store. I think it's how you build your branding and how you build your marketing for specific products. And it's something that's going to take a significantly long time to build up over time, unless you are able to go viral with some of your ads or some of your branding. So when I was starting up my dropshipping hobby, I used Kamil Sattar's 4-hour course on dropshipping, which was entirely free, but he gave such great value in that. I think it's worth sharing it here so that you guys can look that up and see if that's something that would work for you. But highly encourage it. Check it out. If anything, I hope this video provided some helpful insight as to what dropshipping can be like, how to avoid the scams, and if it's something that you're still interested in, leave some comments below. I'd love to have this conversation with you. Thank you for watching, and take care.